going on, Dragon Ball Super fans? I'm UnrealEntGaming here today presenting my official review and breakdown for Dragon Ball Super Episode 29 leading into Dragon Ball Super Episode 30, rehearsing for the martial arts match. Who are the two remaining members? Now, guys, this episode 29, showcased a lot that's going to build off of Episode 30, in which case we get to see in Episode 30 Gohan training with Piccolo. This is something that we've all wanted to see for such a long time. Classic Gohan and classic Piccolo. We get to see an arm extension technique used by Piccolo by grabbing Gohan's face and whatnot. So we get to see Gohan finally training. He's training in his tracksuit. So finally, Gohan is going to have somewhat of a redeeming factor going into this. We don't know how strong he's going to be, nor how strong Piccolo is going to be coming out of this. But the Z Fighters do have a very limited time until this, Universal God of Destruction tournament happens. And of course, in next week's episode, they're going to go on ahead and look for Monaka. And Monaka is supposed to be Beerus's most toughest rival, his strongest opponent ever, even exceeding Super Saiyan God Goku, which kind of raises a lot of questions, asking yourself, how strong is Monaka, where is he located, and how exactly is his power undetectable by the Z Fighters? Because if there is someone out there stronger than Goku, you would assume that you can detect their power. So in episode 29, we get to see the utilization of Bulma. She's building the Super Giant Dragon Ball radar to locate the Dragon Balls within the universe and whatnot, which is very, very weird because, again, she's able to possess technology that can detect objects from way within deep space and stuff. And the universe is big, guys. The universe is huge. So Bulma is so smart that she's able to craft a device that can actually go out there in the vast regions of space itself and find these items and stuff. So again, no hints as to Zuno being added on as of right now. But what is hinted at is Monaka. And if you guys have read the manga, then you would know that everyone will be gathered together as they all go on ahead and meet Monaka. And the best part about episode 29 again was the fact that Bulma was able to strike Beerus, and Beerus was not in any way, shape, or form gonna blow up the planet, which we all thought he would, which would have been very funny, needless to say. But of course, she got very pissed off that she hit Beerus, and Beerus got very pissed off. But also, what was funny here was the fact that Goku kept getting in Beerus's face about who's the strongest fighter and all that kind of stuff. Like, Goku was very excited, and Beerus just wasn't having it, man. Beerus was just like, shouting him off. He was just doing all these things, and it was very interesting to see. But again, in next week's episode, we get to see Gohan training with Piccolo. Now, what I really want to know here is the fact that will Gohan be able to transform into a Super Saiyan and compete with Piccolo, or will Piccolo have the upper hand throughout the entire duration of their fight? Because again, Gohan did ask for training guidance. He did ask for Piccolo for training, and Piccolo agreed. He did tell him you have to prepare your dull body to be retrained once again, and I'm very excited about that because again, every single Gohan fan, including myself, has been very disappointed with the outcome of Gohan in Dragon Ball Super thus far. Again, I kept telling you guys that it wasn't going to be Gohan's time, not necessarily yet, because again, they're primarily focusing on Goku and Vegeta and Varus and Beerus and Champa and Monaka and Frost and Hit and everybody else. But right now, they're not primarily focusing on Gohan. I do believe that Gohan will have a very prominent role, but just not yet. I mean, I do believe that for his sake, he definitely wants to, defend his family. He wants to protect his family by any means necessary, and, by all means, that's incredibly awesome. But needless to say, Gohan has asked his original teacher to retrain him, which is pretty awesome, and I cannot wait to see what Piccolo's going to do, because Piccolo actually looks like he's beating the crap out of, Gohan, which is very surprising because, again, you would assume that, since the retained powers that Gohan has, that Gohan would make fair use of Piccolo, but in fact, Piccolo is the one that's giving Gohan a hard time. So in next week's episode, guys, we're going to get to see that. And again, like, that builds up, that raises so many questions about, characters such as Monaka and stuff, because how powerful is a character like Monaka if he is said to be Beerus' most feared rival and strongest rival he has ever faced before? Again, he is a very short character with pointy nipples, but what is he hiding behind his stature that makes him very dangerous? Again, and with that, we get to see Varus create the World Martial Arts Tournament, which is pretty cool because she did the exact same thing like what Cell did, except she kind of like did it like in a computerized way. It was really cool. And she made the rings, she made like the mirrors, she made like the banners and everything like literally within seconds. And it was really awesome because while she made all that, she made Champa a giant meal for him to feast on, just so he can shut his fat ass up. And what was really cool here was the fact that while Champa was eating, he was trying to express himself, but like him stuffing his face, he wasn't able to do that. But again, Champa is very confident in his abilities into winning this tournament, which again is going to play a very huge factor because again, Champa will be looking for Saiyans, of course, that being Kabe, and other characters as well. So that's gonna put Goku and Vegeta in a very, very tough position because we don't really know what they're capable of at right now, at least as Super Saiyan gods, because they will be training in the hyperbolic time chamber. At least in the manga they did. We don't know necessarily yet as to if they're gonna do it in the show. I really hope so, but there are certain things that are missing within Dragon Ball Super right now as opposed to comparing it to the manga. In the manga there's a bit more detail as opposed to this, but I really have no problem with that because again, so as long as they do it right, I don't think Dragon Ball Super will fail at all. But needless to say, going back to episode 29, episode 29 showcased a lot. It actually utilized and showcased how heavy the armor suits were that Goku and Vegeta were wearing to train, and it is so heavy, like the armor that they were wearing was so heavy, when they finally took it off and they dropped it on down to the ground, it literally shattered the ground, man. Like that piece of armor, like it kept going and digging its way down into the ground. Like that's how heavy the material is, and essentially whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it helped out Goku and Vegeta a lot. We get to see them in episode 28 trying to maneuver away from Beerus and stuff, and that actually, you know, showcased a lot because while Goku and Vegeta were trying to do all this, they did 50,000 push-ups with these things on them, so it was pretty intense to see that again. And of course in this episode with Bulma being utilized, with her sister being brought up in the mix, we see Jocko having his moments and whatnot. We get to see in next week's episode, however, we get to see Goten and Trunks, which is very cool because I wonder what kind of part they're gonna have in this. Again, like the big angle here is going to be Gohan, and that's going to be the main focus as to how he's going to fight Piccolo. And of course we do know Piccolo is going to be a part of the tournament, and Majin Buu is as well, but essentially Majin Buu eliminates himself from the tournament because he's unable to pass the test. So who is going to fill in this position? Some people are saying that it's Gohan. I am very skeptical on that just because Gohan is on Earth having a conference and Gohan is handling his own business. When Vegeta confronted Goku about it, Goku specifically told Vegeta that his son wasn't ready, his body wasn't ready, his mind isn't ready for something like this. And of course, remember, I mean, if Goku and Vegeta are fighting people that are stronger than them, then how would Gohan be able to handle himself being in there with people that are essentially stronger than his dad? You know, like that's crazy. So again, in next week's episode, we're gonna get to see the final two participants, whoever they may be. I'm pretty sure one of them is Monaka, and the other one is an unknown. We are really building into this tournament because again, in episode 29, which was this one, we get to see, you know, like just, you know, Champa kept on stressing the fact that they needed a Saiyan, and he also kept emphasizing on the fact that he was going to win. And these Dragon Balls, however, like these Dragon Balls that they were shown, they are absolutely massive. These things, I would have to say, in my personal opinion, are bigger than the planet itself. It's bigger than the nameless planet, and of course, like just like their overall features are supposed to be unlimited. So whatever these Dragon Balls are capable of, like whatever it is that they possess inside of them, it's able to contain unlimited amount of wishes and whatnot, unlimited power. So that's very cool to know because any single wish, any wish at all, can be granted. So it all depends on who's going to use it and why. But again, guys, let me know down below your overall thoughts and opinions on this episode. What did you guys think of the episode entirely? What did you guys think of the overall interactions between Goku and Vegeta, Bulma, Beerus and Whis, Champa and Vados? And what are you guys looking forward to next week aside from Gohan training with Piccolo? Comment down below, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball update. If you guys are excited on seeing what's going to happen in next week's episode, if you guys cannot wait to see Gohan fight Piccolo, then smash that like button. Leave your overall thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Tune in for more updates, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.